everyone, Dr. Chris here, and in today's video, I am going to be talking about a question that I got from a friend last week who I was pushing for him to record his research for his next virtual conference. His question was, why even bother recording the presentation since it's a pain in the butt? Well, I'm going to explain why you should be doing it, why he should be doing it, and why you should be doing it as well. Here we go. All right, here I am back in my basement office where I am going to be talking about why you should be considering videoing your research for your next virtual conference and for online. Again, that's because I had a question where someone said, why should we even bother recording our presentations? Well, that's a good question. Ultimately, why would we want to record our research presentation? Well, this is a fantastic question, and you don't really have to. In fact, recording and producing your videos is actually quite difficult. Not really for everybody, but I am going to talk about why I think that you should be considering it. You have a unique opportunity where your audience is already going to be viewing your presentation in video format. You don't have to make eye contact. They're sitting there on their screens. Just have to have everything script out and present like you normally would. Now, something to think about is that whether you've given permission or not, your presentation and your research may be recorded anyways. Now, I don't want to deter people from thinking about doing virtual conferences, but somewhere in there you've got to realize that you lose control once you put it in a mass online format. But this is where we come to why you should consider recording your presentation well in advance of your virtual conference. Let's also look at this from a repeatability standpoint. Normally, when you give a presentation, you maybe give it twice, maybe 3 times. Put a lot of work into these presentations to do it only a handful of times. But if you plan it out and you record your content well in advance, you now have control over your content and you choose how you can put it online, where you put it online. You get to dictate how people will view your research. You'll get to dictate how long they view your research. Well, as long as it's interesting and your videos aren't too long. That's for another video. And I guarantee you'll get far more views on your recorded presentation than you will at any conference or virtual conference for that matter. Here's another way to look at why you should be recording your presentation ahead of your virtual conference. Normally, if you present at a conference, you will hit a small number of keen people. You take your research or your work to the next level, you're going to publish it. There'll be even more people that see your research and read it, but you also have to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to get it to the publishing stage. But if you record your presentation and make it available online, your work and your research are going to reach a heck of a lot more people than just by doing conferences and publishing alone. In fact, you could probably skip the first 2. Ultimately, with your research or your work, there's probably a niche audience, but at least in video format, you're going to reach far more of that niche audience than you would just at a conference. Now, with the video format online, with a bigger audience, what else do you get out of it? Well, with your presentations now readily available, you can build a reputation for your work, you get name recognition, and if what you're doing is educational, you become a valuable resource. Other than a little bit of work and thinking ahead of time, all of this is absolutely free. And one more great thing about putting your research online, and that is, let's say you only start small and you do your research or your work and you put it in video format in year 1. Do it the next year, you're going to have a bigger library. You keep on doing it over a number of years, especially if you're a grad student. You start building up a large library of videos for people to draw upon, for people to see what your work is like, for people to see your reputation for creating interesting research and solutions. They're going to keep going. What did I put down there? A lot of dots. By the way, those dots, am I pointing right? Those dots, those are supposed to be videos online of your work and research. Admittedly, doing it right takes a lot of work, but you got to start somewhere. Those were a few of my reasons why you should be recording your presentation for your future virtual conference and for your YouTube channel once you make it. Now, of course, it's not going to be easy, but it is very fruitful once you get going. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, add me to your LinkedIn, or even better, share my videos through your networks. Till next time, I'm Dr. Chris. Keep rocking.